King Energy Mindset, the Unbreakable Frame, how men win respect, power, and women. Most men live inside a frame they never chose. A frame built by society, by family expectations, by media, and by their own fears. They wake up every day, walk into work, speak to women, negotiate deals, but the rules they play by were written by someone else. And here's the brutal truth. The man who doesn't control the frame will always be controlled by it. What is frame? Frame is not a technique. It's not a trick. Frame is your internal reality, your worldview that dictates how you see yourself and how others respond to you. Imagine two men walk into a room. One carries himself with quiet certainty. His posture, his eyes, his tone, everything communicates, "I know who I am, and I don't bend." The other man walks in, scanning the room, looking for approval, waiting to see how others treat him before he decides how to act. Both haven't said a single word, but the room already knows who's in control. That is frame. Frame in business. In business, frame is everything. You've seen it in negotiations. One man sets the terms, asks the questions, dictates the tone. The other reacts, defends, justifies, apologizes. The stronger frame always wins, because humans are wired to follow certainty. When you sit across from a competitor, an investor, or a client, what matters is not who has the bigger company or the better product. What matters is who controls the narrative of the conversation. If you frame yourself as the authority, as the man who dictates how the game is played, even men with more money and more experience will yield to you. Frame in seduction. Women feel frame instantly. Forget the lines, the tactics, the clever games. If your frame is weak, she will test you, bend you, and break you. A woman doesn't want to lead. She wants to test whether you can lead. And the moment she senses hesitation, doubt, or the need for her validation, your frame collapses. But if your frame is strong, if you hold your ground, if you radiate calm decisiveness, she melts into it. This is why some men with average looks and average wealth attract women effortlessly. Their frame is unshakable. And why men who chase approval, who bend at the first sign of disapproval, end up frustrated and resentful. Frame in life. It doesn't stop at business or women. Frame is the core of leadership, in family, in friendships, in every human interaction. When chaos hits, when life throws storms at you, people look around and ask, who is calm? Who knows what to do? If your frame is strong, you become the anchor, the leader, the man others rely on. If your frame is weak, you get swept up in fear, doubt, or excuses, and no one follows a man who cannot even follow himself. How to build an unbreakable frame. So the question is, how do you build this unshakable presence? It's not magic. It's discipline, forged daily. 1. Control your state. Your emotions are the foundation of your frame. If you lose control of your emotions, you lose control of the frame. Train yourself to stay calm when others panic, to breathe when others rage, to think when others react. Master your inner state, and you'll project stability no matter the storm. 2. Decide the narrative. Never walk into a room without a story in your head. Ask yourself, what reality am I creating here? Is this negotiation about survival or about opportunity? Is this interaction with a woman about winning her over or about seeing if she's worthy of entering your world? Frame begins with your decision about how the world will be. 3. Practice refusal to bend. You will be tested. In business, competitors will challenge your price. In seduction, women will push your buttons. In life, society will pressure you to conform. Every test is a chance to prove your frame or collapse it. Practice standing firm, respectful, calm, but immovable. 4. Live by your code. A man without values cannot hold frame. Define your principles. What do you stand for? What lines will you never cross? What mission drives you? When your life is aligned with your code, your frame becomes natural. You don't need to fake confidence. You embody it. The rewards of the strong frame. When your frame becomes unbreakable, life shifts. In business, people respect you even before you prove yourself. In seduction, women feel drawn to you without knowing why. In leadership, men follow you because your certainty gives them certainty. But the biggest reward is internal. Peace. When you master your frame, you no longer live as a leaf in the wind. You stop reacting to every push, every test, every storm. You stand tall, rooted, sovereign. The hard truth. Most men will never master frame. They will always bend. They will always react. They will always hand over their power in exchange for comfort or approval. But the man who decides to forge an unbreakable frame becomes untouchable. He cannot be manipulated. He cannot be intimidated. He cannot be shaken. He becomes a king, not because of wealth, not because of women, not because of titles, but because his reality shapes the world around him. Conclusion. Rule the frame, rule the game. Business, women, leadership, these are not separate arenas. They are mirrors reflecting the strength of your frame. If you control your state, decide the narrative, stand firm under pressure, and live by your code, you will control the game. And the world, whether it admits it or not, will bend to you. Because at the end of the day, it's not the strongest man or the richest man who wins. It's the man with the unbreakable frame. Frame is power. Frame is attraction. Frame is leadership. Master it, and you master life. Subscribe to my channel to get more videos. Visit my blog, https://motivatedmenlife.wordpress.com. King Energy Mind.